More than 6,000 miles separate Minneapolis and Beijing, China's capital city. Despite this vast distance, over 22,000 people from China or of Chinese descent call Minnesota home. This might be surprising, as Minneapolis doesn't seem to bear the stamp of Chinese culture, but certain aspects of Chinese culture are more prevalent than one might think. One such example is the ginkgo tree. The Ginkgo biloba, commonly known as the ginkgo or maidenhair tree, is an ancient tree that originated in China. The name ginkgo comes from a mistranslation of the Japanese words for silver and apricot, a reference to the ginkgo's seeds, while biloba refers to the two lobes of the ginkgo's leaf. The ginkgo tree is dioecious, which means it has distinct male and female organisms. It's pretty easy to tell the male and female trees apart. The female trees are the ones that bear seeds. Ginkgo seeds are encased within a fleshy, fruit-like exterior that resembles an apricot, and they smell like rancid dairy. You can usually smell a female ginkgo tree from a significant distance away. Male trees, on the other hand, do not bear seeds. The ginkgo tree is a gymnosperm, or cone-bearing plant, even though it does not bear a great resemblance to any other conifers. The ginkgo tree has no living relatives, although at one point it did. It is such an old species that it dates back to the Jurassic period and is often referred to as a living fossil. The ginkgo tree was first introduced to Europe in the late 1600s from Japan. In Western culture, the tree is prized for its medicinal and ornamental properties. There are numerous ginkgo trees that can be found on the University of Minnesota campus. Western forms of medicine use the ginkgo leaves. These can help combat cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's and dementia, as well as improve circulation and serve as an antioxidant. However, in its native China, the ginkgo is used somewhat differently. Chinese traditions primarily make use of the medicinal effects of the seeds rather than the leaves. The seeds are toxic when consumed raw, so they are cooked before ingestion, often into some sort of stew. The seeds can also be made into a powder or strained and made into a drink. Ginkgo seeds are used in Chinese medicine as a lung tonic and to ease many respiratory ailments, such as asthma and bronchitis. They are frequently used in conjunction with other medicines and can fetch a price of several dollars per ounce. For comparison, the price of peanuts rarely exceeds 30 cents per ounce. The ginkgo leaf and root are also used occasionally in Chinese medicine, though this is far less common. The ginkgo tree is also appreciated in its native culture for its beauty. Much like in Western culture, the ginkgo is a common ornamental tree in Asia. It is seen along many streets in cities from Tokyo and Seoul to Manhattan and Minneapolis because of its hardy, resilient nature and resistance to air pollution. According to Dr. Zhouling Ren of the China Institute, the ginkgo tree serves another important role in Chinese culture, a spiritual role. The ginkgo can live to be over 3,000 years old and grow up to 80 feet in height, but it grows very slowly. Dr. Ren has a 10-year-old ginkgo tree that is merely 2 feet high. She suggests that people can learn important values such as patience and tolerance from the majestic ginkgo. Dr. Ren also believes that because ginkgos are so ancient, they have very strong energy within them. The ginkgos cling to their leaves far longer than most other deciduous trees, which may be a result of this energy. The ginkgo tree is considered endangered, but cultivation has played a huge role in its conservation. There are very few wild native ginkgo trees left in China, but the ginkgo thrives in cultures across the world because countless trees have been planted and introduced in new areas. Even here in the Twin Cities, ginkgos are all around, providing physical and spiritual healing over 6,000 miles away from home.